Not a rebuild or depth graduated, and we need to restock and not rebuild. When you need an edge. Let me say this. If you lose A.J. Brown and you lose Jaelan Phillips, you tell me what you think. Can you recover from that? What's going on, bro? This is not the same Howie I remember. Hey, James, being a great GM year in and year out, when you get to a spot and you got to start re-signing guys. Do you guys remember a couple of years ago when the Rams? Remember when the Rams had all that money, dude? What was that? That was the Todd Gurley days. And they had all that money that they owed. And they had to push all their chips, and they had a couple bad years in there. Well, when they went to the Super Bowl. Then when the Stafford thing came, they put the credit card back on the table again. And then remember what they did? They had another couple down years there, then they came back. That's kind of where the Eagles are right now. You know, I mean, it's not bad, but you're kind of there, you know? Better draft. You don't need to make splashes. You rather draft poorly and make splash signings. Draft better. You don't need to make splashed. You'd rather draft poorly and make splash signings. What are you talking about? Who said anything about drafting poorly? I think this guy's all pissed off because he thinks when you sign a guy on Thursday, April 23rd, automatically that guy's a great player. And he thinks that guy's a great player without watching him play. And I'm assuming he thinks splash plays and free agency are better signs. Today they are. I don't know what you're talking about, actually. It's kind of fucked up. But then again, I expect it. Let's see here. Big Seals, the NFL is a trendy league. Not for long. Not long ago, it used to be Howie was only one wheeling and dealing at free agency. It was boring. Now look, Howie's on the outside looking in. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think the money's got a lot to do with that. Okay? I do. I'm saying when you draft better, you don't need to go big. Okay. Twiz, you're right. That's right, Twiz. Twiz, I still believe to this day, because Tony Dungy told me this. I think free agency is more of filling gaps when you don't have something and you miss in free agency. But what happens when you miss in free agency? You miss those rookie deals. You know, people still to this day don't get the catastrophic loss you had by picking Jalen Reagor and not Justin Jefferson. It wasn't just that you missed the player. Follow along, guys. Not that you missed the player. You missed the 3 years of rookie contracts that you had a $35 to $40 million a year player and you had him on a rookie deal. You missed those 3 years of money being able to go other places on your team. Why? Because you went and got AJ, gave a 1-up and $30 million up. That's what happens when you miss on a pick, like Justin Jefferson. It's the 3 years and the money and the draft pick. Do you realize how expensive A.J. Brown has been to the Eagles because of the Reagor pick? You lost a 1 in a trade. The Saints gave you the 1. You paid all that money and $32 million, and Reagor was a bust. And Jefferson's a transitional player. All of that over a 5-year period cost you probably $120 million and 2 first-round picks. So when you do that, again, that's why when you land on a guy like a Jordan Mailata in the 7th, that's a grand slam pick. You're not paying him a lot. He's eventually going to be a $25 million guy. You get him for 3 years, making little money, making no money at all. It's a great pick. If Howie can extend Carter now, but remember, you got another guy on the other side in Drew Rosenhaus. You think Drew Rosenhaus is telling Jalen Carter, hey, Jalen, you should sign this $28, $29 to $30 million deal. You should sign that deal right now. Yeah, but wait a minute. I'm a $35 million guy. Okay? I'm a $35 million guy. Well, hang on here. Okay? I want to give you guys, this is a pretty good stat number that just got thrown to me here on Bradley Chubb, and I told you he's a better player than Jaelan Phillips. None of you believe me. Sack numbers through the years. 2023, Bradley Chubb, 11 games. No, 16 games played, 11 sacks. Phillips in 23. 4 games, 1 sack. 2024, Bradley Chubb missed the season. Jaelan Phillips played 17 games, 5 sacks. 2025, Bradley Chubb, 8.5, played 17 games. Jaelan Phillips, 5 sacks, 18 games. Both have connections with Vic. Chubb, in my opinion, is a better player. I think he is a better player. I think he's been a better player his entire career. That's right. Again, today was tough because on one hand, he's right not to give 30. On the other hand, you got worse. You got to fix it. Carter can be moved, but we shouldn't. Dude, I don't want draft picks for Jalen Carter. Howie's comment that he made, what did he say? Dude, I mean, end of the day, you're trying to collect great players. You're not trying to move off of players. You know what I mean? There has been a ton of movement today. And I still think there's still signs out there where there's still some players out there. You know, it's funny. I wonder if Howie told all the Eagle guys, Goddard, it sure seems this. Goddard, Dean, those 2 dudes have not been picked up. I thought they would have been first hour guys. For them not to be first hour, I wonder if the Eagles are trying to work a deal for those dudes and trying to figure a way to keep those guys in the house.